Main man here. Y'all know how I get down. We talking boxing, man. So it's been announced. Eddie Hearn has announced his $1 billion deal. $1 billion. He is now linked up with the broadcasting company called Perform, who is the parent company to a streaming service called DAZN. And it's stating that this deal, which it was initially reported that would be for 4 years between Matchroom Boxing Promotion and Perform, but with a 4-year optional extension. Now, Eddie Hearn has announced that this thing will be going down for 8 years, and he'll collect about $1 billion in licensing fees, man, giving him a big bag of money to put on a lot of fights, man. It said it's going to be 40 fights a year, 16 here in America, 24 in the UK. And according to Eddie Hearn at the press conference, he is going to have to build one hell of a stable of fighters, and he is looking. So he's like, he put out a dog whistle like, yo, anybody who's looking to get some exposure, anybody who's basically looking to make some money, man, guess what? Come see Matchroom Boxing, man. Yo, man, the promotional wars is gearing up, man, and there's going to be a lot of changing in power. The old guard, guys like Lou DiBella, guys like Top Rank Promotions, and Golden Boy, they're going to have to make certain adjustments because guys like Richard Schaefer is coming, Dana White is coming, and as well as you just hear Eddie Hearn making his adjustments, now doing $1 billion deal, man. The promotional wars, ladies and gentlemen, is now at an all-time high. And the thing is that all of these promotional companies are getting next to certain streaming services or certain networks. They're working out these big deals, man. And I'm telling you, there's a big major war. You know, not only with the promotional companies, but also like between the streaming services and the apps, man. This is a major war going on. And Eddie Hearn, in the midst of all of this, has made a major power move because this thing now will be shown, you know, this streaming service will ensure that a lot of his fighters now be shown in a lot of different countries. And on top of all of that, it's still doing this in conjunction with Sky. Man, this is huge, man. Huge. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to be interesting to see how these PBC fighters now decide to move, you know, because these guys are not locked in promotional agreements. Knowing that Eddie Hearn got this type of money, got this bag of money, yo, it's going to be a lot of decisions that's going to have to be made, man. And I know Al Heyman has got to be making those calls right about now. Like, yo, do I got your loyalty? Do I got your loyalty? Because, yo, right now, Eddie Hearn's money is looking damn good, you know? Now, me as a boxing fan, I got to admit, like, I don't care who promotes who. That's not my deal. I don't give a damn about that. I just want to see the best fighting the best. And I've stated in previous videos, if this is from Eddie Hearn, then so be it. You know what I'm saying? I just don't want Eddie Hearn to come over here with some damn protection program the same way that he runs for Anthony Joshua. We don't want to see that here in America. And we don't want to see lopsided fights because you're going to have to fill a lot of fight cards this year. You know what I'm saying? So I hope he gets his stable that he wants. I hope he gets it a decent stable, if you will. But it's going to be interesting to see who he lures out of the woodworks, ladies and gentlemen. Who has Eddie Hearn been talking to in the docks of night behind the backs of a lot of people like Al Heyman and Oscar De La Hoya, whoever, Richard Shea, whoever, you know what I mean? Who has Eddie really been talking to? And by him announcing this $1 billion deal, it's going to come out the woodworks who he's been talking to, man. We know he stated in the past that he wants to promote Wilder. He wants to promote the Charlos. He wants to promote Errol Spence Jr. Well, ladies and gentlemen, once they hear that this dude got $1 billion to play with, you know what I mean? How do they refuse, yo? Like, how do they refuse? 16 fight cards, man. You'll get the exposure. Now you know Eddie got the bag. Yo, man, Eddie is plotting a major takeover in the midst of all of these streaming wars, promotional company wars. Eddie Hearn has made the absolute biggest deal. This makes the thing that Top Rank did with ESPN laughable. This makes what Golden Boy did with ESPN laughable. This makes the deal with PBC and Showtime laughable. This is the biggest deal in boxing history between a promotional company and a streaming service or a broadcaster in general, man. This is amazing. So let's see who Eddie Hearn lures out of the woodworks, man. Let's see who this dude can lure. I hope he gives us the fights we want to see. I don't know what the repercussions between Wilder and Joshua would be with the situation, given that you know, this streaming service, we hear that Anthony Joshua is finishing up his contract with Showtime. There's been talks that he was possibly talking with HBO. But, yo, with this streaming service now in play, man, who knows, Joe? Who knows what's going to happen here, man? So I'm dying to see. We know Wilder put out that $50 million number, man. Eddie Hearn now with announcing this definitely is going to have that $50 million, man. So for those who were wondering, can Eddie actually reach down in his pocket and touch this kind of money? Well, look, he about to touch $1 billion. But this $1 billion is going to be spread out over 8 years. So, you know what I mean? It's going to take a lot of time for him to recoup that kind of money. But yo, licensing fees, man, that's the way these promotional companies are getting it, man. Bob Arum has showed a lot of these promoters the way and showed them how much money you can make through the licensing fee way to do things, man. And Eddie Hearn has taken this thing and took it to the next level. New generation of promoter. I do love the way Eddie Hearn put on his shows with all the theatrics and everything. Hopefully he brings that element here to America. But most importantly, he has to give us the fights that we want to see. And if he does that, he'll be all right. So to the next video, man. Don't forget to subscribe. Main man, made man. Peace out.